out to our graduation today. If you'll turn to the flag and put your hand over your heart, we'll say the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good afternoon, graduates, parents, grandparents, friends, faculty, staff, distinguished guests, and virtual school enthusiasts. On behalf of MNPS Virtual School, welcome to the historic Sadler Auditorium, where we will hold the 11th annual commencement and graduation ceremony. I am Dr. Kelby House Garner, the proud executive principal of MNPS Virtual School. It is my honor to preside over our graduation ceremony today. This afternoon, we celebrate the achievements of Virtual School's finest students. I would like to first introduce our distinguished guests, Dr. Whitty, Executive Director, Ms. Tyler, School Board Member, Mr. Hawk, Interventionist, Ms. McNew, School Counselor, Dr. Luther, Assistant Principal, Dr. Malone, Dean of Instruction, and Ms. Dunham, Assistant Principal. We further celebrate a few distinct graduates who have completed their entire middle and high school experience online at our school. I will start with students who have been with us since the 6th grade. Will the following students please stand? Ahmed Al-Nasari, Fatima Al-Nasari, Zainab Al-Nasari, Rachel Bradley, Bo Campbell, and Elijah Edwards. Also, Edison Haggard joined virtual school in the 7th grade. Jeremy Eastis and Nora Obey joined our school in 8th grade. Finally, these students have spent their all 4 years of high school at MNPS Virtual School. Amina Jones, Alex Clefstead, and Kayla McKinley. Please give these special students a round of applause. Our graduates are true scholars. The coursework at MNPS Virtual School is rigorous, as your graduates have probably told you, challenging, and prepares our students to voyage into the world of college and career. Today we celebrate the achievement of our graduates. For the first time ever, we have a set of triplets who all graduated at the top of the class. These students are only 15 and will be entering MTSU as juniors this fall. You will learn more about these students during their valedictorian and salutatorian address. The achievement of our awesome graduates would not be possible without the tireless efforts of our faculty and staff. They are, as you know, one of the best things about MNPS Virtual School. At this time, with the faculty and staff of MNPS Virtual School, please rise and be recognized for your dedication to our graduates. Next up, I would like to introduce our high school assistant principal, Dr. Luther. Students, let's give him a round of applause. He will be sharing our faculty farewell address.
Here we go. Yesterday, seniors had to deal with a joke of mine that didn't go over well, so we'll see how today goes. I want to tell you an abridged story by Charlie Mackey, titled The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse. It's about a young boy named Charlie and 3 animals he came across. See, Charlie was lonely, searching for meaning, and full of wonder about the world around him. One day, Charlie came across a small mole who asked him, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" Without hesitation, Charlie replied, "Kind." Not a doctor, a teacher, a mechanic, a soldier, a baker, or a lawyer. No. Charlie said he wanted to be kind when he grew up. Think of all the conversations and interactions you've had just this past week. Some more meaningful than others, though I doubt you remember exactly what was said, but you will always remember how you were treated. May we all strive to be kind when we grow up. Charlie went on to ask the mole, "What do you think is the biggest waste of time?" The mole replied, "Comparing yourself to others." In an era of tweets, texts, and social media, it's easy to lose track of time swiping up, comparing yourself to others, which can leave you feeling less than. My advice to you is unfollow anything that makes you feel inadequate and follow your own path. Later on, Charlie and the mole came across a fox caught in a wire trap. Sensing the fox's life was in danger, the mole sprung to action and bit through the wire trap, despite suspecting the fox might eat them up upon release. Upon the fox's release, the mole said to Charlie, "One of the greatest freedoms is how we react to things. In life, you can only control how you react and not anyone else." Walking together, Charlie, the mole, and the fox came across a pond. Looking at the pond, Charlie wondered, isn't it odd we can only see our outsides, but nearly everything happens on the inside? The mole explained, being kind to yourself is one of the greatest kindness. For perfectionists like myself, being kind to yourself does not always come easy when you want something done right and done right now. A phrase that I have found to be a great comfort in times of stress is, we do not always get it right, but we will always make it right. Everything you do it with a good heart and good intentions. Give yourself grace to make mistakes and to learn from them. For it is in mistakes that you grow. As they continued on their journey, Charlie, remember who we're at now. We've got Charlie, the mole, and the fox. They encountered a horse. The horse was the biggest thing any of them had ever seen. Charlie asked the horse, "What's the greatest thing you've ever said?" The horse replied, "Help." Intrigued by the horse's answer, Charlie asked, "When have you been at your strongest?" The horse answered, "When I have dared to show my weakness." Asking for help is not a weakness, as it takes courage to ask for help. Further along their journey, the mole asked Charlie, "Is your glass half empty or half full?" Charlie responded, "I think I'm grateful to have a glass." One of our English teachers, Miss Willis, will be retiring in 2 days after 37 years of teaching. One day I commented to Miss Willis that she is always so joyful and has a smile. Miss Willis responded, "I always try to have a grateful heart." We all have something to be grateful for, despite the challenges of our lives. Many of you have expressed gratitude for the opportunity to attend MNPS virtual school, which allows you to attend school remotely and to work at your own pace, all while building connections with peers and staff online. As our time together comes to an end, I am reminded of what my favorite philosopher, Winnie the Pooh, once said, "How lucky am I to have something so special that makes saying goodbye so hard." So, class of 2022, I have one final question. What do you want to be when you grow up? Our hope is that you answered kind. Thank you. It is my honor to introduce Executive Principal Dr. Kelby Garner for commencement address.
Graduates, as you approach the real world, I want to offer 10 lessons I've learned over the years. I want you all to do well in life and experience success. But more importantly, I want you to do good deeds and live a fulfilled life. I hope you find this information valuable. Lesson number 1, learn to embrace failure. Failure teaches us to learn from our mistakes so that the next time we can avoid the same ones. Let me tell you about an experience I had with failure. I graduated from John Overton High School many years ago. I was what most would consider a great student. After receiving acceptance to several colleges, both locally and out of state, I chose to attend the Tennessee State University. I fell in love with my university family. Here I learned what it truly meant to become an adult, right? For the first time, my mother was not at my door, yelling, telling me to get up and catch the bus. I had to make it to my 8 a.m. classes on my own, and I struggled freshman year. I ended up failing college algebra. I was so embarrassed. This grade, along with a few C's, made me ineligible for my university and Hope scholarships. I earned A's and B's my entire life. This was my first life failure, and boy was it a big one. So I buckled down, tuned out the distractions, and researched how I could regain my scholarships. I was successful at reclaiming my academic scholarships and graduated magna cum laude from Tennessee State. That single F that I earned in college algebra had more significant impact on my life than all the A's and B's combined over the previous 12 years. Lesson number 2, know your worth. Never forget how rare you are. Do not dim your light for others to shine in your place. There is not another soul on this planet that is like you. Show up, be proud, and be you because everyone else is taken. Lesson number 3, never stop learning. Seek opportunities to learn regardless of your post-secondary route. Always seek opportunities to learn, whether you're headed to college, a trade school, military, or the workforce. A passion for knowledge will take you far in life. Set career and life goals for yourself. Take an interest in new and productive hobbies. Learn a trade skill. The world is an open door full of opportunities, so never stop learning. Lesson number 4, use your voice. Always advocate for yourself and others who need you. Speak up when you need to make your voice heard. Protest double standards and injustice. Do not stand by when others are struggling. You have the power in your voice, so always use it. Offer support and lend a helping hand. Do not be afraid to reach out and ask for help when you need it. Lesson number 5, choose happiness. No one is responsible for making you happy. Happiness is more than a feeling, it's a choice. Don't let pessimism, anger, and hate consume you. You are who you choose to be. My mentor and founding virtual school principal, Dr. Whitting, taught me choosing a great attitude is the start to a great day. Great days become a great month, and great months become a great year. Great years become a great life. Only you have the ability to choose happiness for yourself. Lesson number 6, check your crew. Do they all look like you? Dr. Gus, Equity and Diversity Coach of MNPS, led a professional development session with our team last year. We did an activity called the Trusted 10, where we had to check our implicit bias. Think about the people you love and trust outside of your family. Are they all the same? Same race, ability level, class status, educational level? How much diversity is in your inner circle? Seek relationships with people who are different from you. It is in these experiences that we genuinely learn from one another and contribute to a better world. Lesson number 7, Choose greatness. Work hard. Stay focused. And practice discipline where you lack motivation. According to Jim Rohn, we must all suffer from one of two pains, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. The difference is discipline weighs ounces where regret weighs tons. Lesson number 8, get out of your head. We have all heard the saying, you're your own worst critic. Well, it's true, my friends. Imposter syndrome is loosely defined as doubting your abilities and feeling like a fraud. It disproportionately affects high-achieving people who find it difficult to accept their accomplishments. Do not seek to make others proud of you. Be proud of yourself and learn that that's enough. Lesson number 9, never compromise your integrity. The truth always wins. Be on the winning side. Lesson number 10, pay it forward. Never forget where you came from. And remember to show gratitude by paying it forward. I learned to give not because I had so much to give, but because I remember what it was like not to have much at all. I am the product of teenage parents. My great-grandmother raised me from birth until I was 12 years old. She was a senior citizen and lived on a very fixed income. We didn't have much, but we never went without. Somehow, there was always enough to give back to those who had less than we did. There is always a way to give back and make the world a better place. Look for those opportunities. I hope that you reflect on these life lessons and that they give you a strong foundation as you venture out into this great big world. On behalf of the entire faculty of Virtual School, I offer congratulations and best wishes to the graduating class of 2022. Now you will hear from our valedictorian. Following him, you will hear from his sister, our salutatorian. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll hand it over to Onward.
Family, friends, faculty, and class of 2022. I am honored to stand before you as your valedictorian on this momentous occasion, and I am proud to welcome you all to this celebration. I would like to first thank our principal, Dr. Garner, and the MNPS virtual school teachers and staff for their hard work and determination towards our education, and our patient and loving parents for enduring these many years. For without both, we would not be here today. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Today, we gather with our family and friends to celebrate our accomplishments. Looking back at my first semester at MNPS Virtual School, I can see how much I've grown. 2.5 feet to be exact. But in all honesty, we have accomplished Herculean feats, and we should be proud of that. If each of us took a moment to reflect on words that symbolize how we reached to this point, I think you would see a lot of repeating themes such as perseverance, determination, and hard work, because each of these are key aspects to achieving our goals. I can recall the stories that my mother used to tell me when I was in kindergarten. She said that in my first year in elementary school, the teacher said I kicked the classroom door for 6 hours straight. But on the second day, I kicked it for 4. The teacher kindly stated that I was an exceptionally determined child. But without each of these qualities, we would not be here today, and we would certainly need them in the future. As the Honorable Imam Ali, who was one of the Islamic leaders, said, "Don't let your difficulties fill you with anxiety after all. It is only in the darkest nights that the stars shine more brilliantly." Through adversities, perseverance, and determination, we have gotten this far, and we will need these traits to continue onward. Today, we will leave here not as high school students, but as adults. We will take the vast amount of knowledge and skills which we have accumulated and use it to create the world that we want to live in. Because today, we are the next generation. Please join me in a round of applause to congratulate the class of 2022.
Hi, my name is Valedictorian, and I am your salutatorian. It is my honor to welcome you all to this momentous day. It has been a very long journey getting here, and we all deserve take a moment to cherish it. This is a pivotal moment where we have reached a crossroads in our lives, and we must decide for ourselves what comes next and who we want to be. As we embark on our next steps, we must think about what is truly important to us. A lot of people think it's the destination in life, and that's reasonable because that is what pushes us to keep going. It's our goals, our aspirations, and our dreams. But is the destination the most important aspect of the journey? I would like to ask the MNPS class of 2022 graduates, what motivates you to continue onward? What is the most important thing to you? Is it the destination or the journey which truly shapes us and determines who we are? Personally, I think it's both. While I have dreams of becoming a pediatric thoracic surgeon, I want to reach that destination as the person I want to be. I don't want life to change me, but I want to change it because I can. And I know you can too. We all choose to be stronger, braver, and smarter. Remember, every journey is riddled with obstacles and pitfalls, but it is also full of surprises and discoveries. This is how life determines who we are. It is what happens in the middle between our beginning and our end that is truly golden. In other words, it is our experiences that truly matter. So make the most of each moment and be the person you want to be. Today is the day of celebration. Join me in congratulating the 2022 MNPS Virtual School graduates on their accomplishments, the MNPS faculty and staff for their leadership, and all of our honorable parents who have supported us on our journey and helped us realize who we want to be. Can I have a round of applause to congratulate
Ms. Tyler, the records of these students have been duly examined and found to be in accordance with the laws of the great state of Tennessee and the policies of the Metropolitan National Public School System. I am proud to recommend the class of 2022 of MNPS Virtual School for graduation. I certify that each graduate has completed all the requirements necessary to receive a high school diploma with all the rights, responsibilities, and privileges bestowed upon each graduate.
On behalf of the Metropolitan National Board of Education, it is my honor to certify this graduation process and the awarding of high school diplomas to the 2022 graduates of MNPS Virtual School. I further attest the students receiving these diplomas today have met or exceeded all graduation requirements mandated by Metro National Public Schools and the State of Tennessee Department of Education. The Board of Education congratulates the students and their family members. It has been an honor to have you in our schools, and we wish each of you the very best in your future endeavors.
Good afternoon. Thank you so much for being here, and it's the moment you've all been waiting for. Seniors, first row, please go ahead and line up. We'll start calling names, and I think Zainab made a very good point that we really want to make the most of each moment. And so we not only welcome, but we encourage the applause and celebration of every single senior as they walk across the stage. As proud as we are, we know how much you've been a part of that journey just that much longer, so we know just how proud we must be as well. Maupin. Kale Keone Adams. Ahmed Akil Almasari. Fatima Akil Almasari. Zainab Akil Almasari. Willie Baumgartner. Kiara Belcito. Rachel Bradley. Rhea Brimhall. Bo Carter Campbell. Jordan Carey. Cameron Malik Carruthers. Jeremy Ryan Eastis. Anthony Rashawn Edwards. Elijah Reese Edwards. Chloe Bell Prinsley. Edison Lawrence Haggard. Kenya Izaguirre Moreno. Taishay Patrice Johnson. Amina Nari Jones. William Jordan Kelly. Georgette Catherine Kerber. Alex Margaret Klefstad. Luke Michael Larson. Lillian Grace McDonald. Kayla Lynn McKinley. Daniel Willard Oren. Judson Lee Pope. Isaiah Eugene Rainey. Jonathan Rogers Jr. Victor Manuel Cartagena. Elijah Demir Simon. Woodruff. Layana Lachey Wynn. One final round of applause for all of our graduates. And now it's tradition for one of our graduates to read the turning of the tassel. Fatima.
The turning of the tassel. The turning of the tassel signifies the end of our high school journey and our transition from students to alumni. Will the senior class please stand? Fellow graduates, at this time, you may move your tassel from right to left. Congratulations, class of 2022.
I want to thank you all for attending. Congratulations to our graduate, and we will now prepare to recess.
Yes, sir.